So hi, my name's Richard. I'm a chiropractor in Ireland. I'm originally from England, and I own Plain Chiropractic in Ireland, yeah. And I work there with my wife, Ellen. Before Nitro, so myself and Ellen started our practice in Ireland in 2010. And we'd coached with a few other people before that, and we'd really got our systems kind of in place for the clinic. And from a business perspective, the clinic functions really well. But the reason I contacted Lawrence and started with Lawrence was more because my headspace. It was more of the chiropractic side of the clinic. My headspace is where I needed help. But very difficult to know where to go for that help. Like you can read as many books as you like, but I needed something that was more personal, that was more me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I suppose it was just more of seeing not seeing the clinic grow. We've grown the clinic to a plateau where we're comfortable, but I just felt that we had perspective that we could do much more. There was potential for much more, and I know that there's something missing. But we've got all the strategies in place, we've got all the systems that are in place, but it's only got us to a certain level. There's just something missing. Because there really isn't anything out there I could find that would work more one-on-one. As I say, I've worked with coaches before, but it's very much a put this system in place, start doing this thing, and you'll see the clinic grow. And that was the case, but to a certain level, and it's just something missing. I'm stubborn though. So even when I'd have those times when I feel like giving up, probably about 5 years ago, I went through a really bad spell where I felt enough is enough, but then we just pushed through that. We pushed through it. And it's great having the two of us, because when I'm down, my wife will tend to be up, she'll bring me up, and vice versa, without a doubt.
That's great.
My dad's definitely, he's not a businessman per se, but he's run a lot of businesses and just keep plugging and keep going. We're not people that tend to give up. And when you've got a family, and you can't give up, you've got to keep going. There's been a lot of points before, certainly. Before I moved to Ireland, I was working, again, for a good chiropractor, but it just got to that point where it wasn't you, it needed something different. And that got to a low point where we said, and again, it was like, well, I'm not giving up on this. We just need to change. We need to do something different. And it was just having the courage to do it and start our own business, start our own practice, which was the best thing we did. Love it. Well, I actually met Lawrence three and a half years ago in Dublin. I went to a small event. But we had just started coaching with somebody else at that point, who was very much into the systems of the practice, which we didn't really have in place. We had a bit, but not enough. And I really aligned with that at that time. That was very much what we needed, and we did need it, and it certainly helped bring us up to a certain level. And as I say, then we kind of plateaued for a few years and felt that we were certainly capable of much more. So Lawrence has always been on the radar, and I had a few friends that were working and coaching with Lawrence, so I kind of knew what he was about. So when I kind of come to the conclusion, look, it's not about more systems, it's not about doing something per se differently to the practice, I knew it was more about me. I was very skeptical to start with. I'm a very skeptical person, so what changed in me, and it wasn't like a drastic, never is a drastic change in me, because I'm very analytical. I look at everything and look at it, trying to pull things apart. It's going to be, and I've only just started. I've been with Lawrence, I think, since November, so what are we, 4 months. So I appreciate changes are going to be slow, and it's not measurable change. Well, it's going to be measurable changes in time within practice. But when you're talking about changing your headspace, it's not like, oh look, we gained 20 new patients this week. It's am I happier in what I'm doing, happier in the practice? Yeah, the practice is busier, but is it more enjoyable, which is what I'm looking for. It's definitely much harder to work on headspace than it is, for me personally anyway. I think it's much harder to work on headspace than it is to introduce a new system into the clinic. That was the easy thing. Yes, you need it, but it's much easier to look and go, well, what new system? Well, what's a better strategy? It's much harder to turn around and go, yeah, let's work on me. Certainly my wife sees a change. Definitely more upbeat, that spark starts to come back again. Certainly after Lawrence's calls, there's a boost. So I like the connection there. That definitely helps me. And then coming on the Nitro events is a huge, big boost as well. It's like hanging around with like-minded people certainly boosts you, yeah.